All right. Well, hello and welcome to today's podcast for B2W, Between Two Worlds, where we discuss all things Disney, parks, cruise, both sides of the coast. I'm Katie K-Pats, coming to you from Hamilton, Ontario. And I'm joined by Batten, coming to you from Richmond, California. And we're extremely lucky.
Alexis is coming live from Disney!
Coming from Disneyland, just to be specific.
Well, duh.
Of course. She is our lander, our official 100% lander. So we're excited to have her show. I believe she's in Adventureland.
I am. I'm actually at the new Tropical Hideaway.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
We've got, an homage to Aladdin on the ground. I don't know how I can see this, but it is beautiful. So yeah, I'm hanging out in the hideaway.
Super excited. All right. Well, before we jump into today's topic, where we'll be talking about the newest, most expensive tour ever from Walt Disney, World of Dreams, why don't we get started with sharing what we're sipping, Alexis?
Oh, well, I'm coming in with a really hot take from Disneyland because we are now officially all paperless. So there are no straws. So you can find a paper straw, which everyone hates those, or you can go with the sipper cup. So I've got iced coffee in my Disneyland cup featuring a cozy.
That's cute. Batten, do you have anything you're sipping today?
Really excited.
Keto?
I did. Friday restarted. So we're drinking a little.
You have the blurred background, so it's like blurring the logo. It's like you can't.
Crystal Geyser, 99 cents at Berkeley Bowl West. Thank you. Had to get a couple flavors.
So funny.
Nice. And I'm drinking some hot tea and honey again. It is warming up here in Canada, but it's still a little chilly. And I've got it in my Mickey. I forget what it says. Who says you have to grow up? Courtesy of Jays Through Brown Eyes, who bought it for me from Hallmark and shipped it to me all the way from Georgia.
What's up, Elantris?
We'll also not try to divert, but we should have a Table 121 episode.
Oh, I want you to come on and do a whole talk about upcoming products, like stuff she's excited about.
I like that.
Sure.
Noted.
All
right, so we can get started. I'm gonna
freeze
this newest wonderful tour. So World of Dreams launched, I don't know, like maybe a month ago. And it is being offered at Walt Disney World currently as the only location. And the tour costs only $12,000.
That's
Done.
It, guys.
Done. Credit card.
6 guests. Alexis, something to be noted, 12 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours.
Interesting.
So $1,000 an hour.
And you'll have 2 tour guides.
Interesting.
So to break this down, this is in history the most expensive tour that has ever been conducted, as far as I'm concerned. It's more expensive than getting Alexis, what are they called?
Tour guide.
Yeah, tour guide. That's why I'm wearing these ears, because the plaids. It is more expensive than that. And the plaids you can do by hour. This is 12 hours long, $12,000. And if you want to do it a second day.
That's USD. So that's like $1 million in Canadian.
It's like $1 million in Canadian. Yeah, I know. We might as well just not bother. But if you want to do a second day, it's only additional $10,000.
Oh, that's it. Well, there you go.
And when you say an additional day, do you mean an additional 12 hours, or do they have to be 2 separate hours?
That is a great question. It says in the breakdown, they call it an additional day. So I don't know, like if it has to restart again, like the next morning, or if you can tack on a full 24 hours. Good question. We're putting that out to Disney. Let us know.
At
Yeah.
Disney,
What it covers, so
answer.
here's the breakdown. Backstage access and transportation, front of the line attraction access, a tour of the Cinderella Castle Dream Suite, if available, if it's not currently booked, exclusive nighttime spectacular viewing spaces, all meals, which is only 3 a day, so you can do 3 in those 12 hours with select alcohol. I have no idea why it's quotated, but it is. Access to any restaurant at Walt Disney World, no reservations needed, and many more possibilities based on guest requests.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Because I could eat more than
In
3
this
meals.
$12,000. So on top of your $12,000, you need to ensure you have also purchased your day pass and if you want to hop parks, you need to get yourself a hopper pass, which I think is ridiculous.
That's bananas.
So that's the way it breaks down. So we thought we'd do on this show today, walk through what each of us would do with our World of Dreams tour. And maybe give you guys some advice for those of you who might be doing the World of Dreams tour.
Or who want to come with us.
And if you are, feel free to let us know and we'll come along.
So I just want to put it out there that the first thing I would do is
I'm gonna break it out throughout the day. I feel like Alexis has a different format, but we'll roll with it.
Well, the 12 hours, though, changes things. Like, I thought it was 24. So,
that's a day.
I lost you there, Batten.
Oh, because that's a day. 24 hours is a day.
So that's why I think it's weird that it's 12, but...
Did we all just freeze?
Hello? I can see you, Alexis.
12.
Oh, there we go. I think we're back.
Okay, Bats, are you there?
I'm still here. Did I lose you guys? You guys froze on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Alexis, you were saying 12 to 24.
Yeah, I was thinking that like the 24 days is like, if you thought about it, that I would start at night. Like I would start with the like premium fireworks and then do like the Cinderella tour, like the room tour. So that's kind of at night. And then, you know, like I was thinking that it would be something that you would sleep there. And then I would love to do the like wake up with the park completely empty and like have a walkthrough of all the cast area, go like underneath, see the tunnels in Magic Kingdom, and then you could go continue on to maybe like that like morning safari, you know, so that way you're getting like prime, you're getting all the action like right when it's good. And I would literally start, I don't know, I'd start whenever I could. 6 a.m. I would start walking around.
And enjoying the parks.
Yeah.
It's funny because you and I, the first thing I had thinking it was starting in the morning, and I really like your creativity of like the night before. I had not thought of that. I wanted to start with the morning safari. Like that, yes. That's where I was at. I was like, I want that elephant safari breakfast.
Yes. Like I want,
and like a whole tour of the animal safanas. Like
and I almost want like a full like glamp moment, like out like where you get to like that little like veranda area and it's like a full breakfast and you're just hanging out.
Like we're all starting. Batten, what would you start at Animal Kingdom?
I would, because I would want to also climb along the rope bridge with my DSLR and take some good photos. No, but like for real, I believe it's all about the Animal Kingdom and seeing the animals and just like the calm and stillness of kicking off the day with that and just being in nature. I mean, I just love Animal Kingdom so much, and I think that would be amazing.
It'd be beautiful.
I like him. I'm highly impressed. Like we all started in the same place. Like we did not talk about this beforehand.
I know, and I am super proud of myself being the lander to know that like the where to start is Animal Kingdom in the morning to get that experience.
The only thing that I would maybe, if we have 12 hours, which is ridiculous, but just putting that out there. like I'm almost thinking like if we didn't start that way, I'd almost want to start at like maybe a 5 a.m. like glamping moment in Pandora where you can see all the
Ooh.
pretty stuff on the ground
Everyth's still dark.
and then watch the sunrise.
Yes.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
then
That is nice.
yeah, and then head over to Animal Kingdom because then or I'm sorry, over to the safari because in my mind, like the Lion King would be playing in the background and I would be like, everything sun touches, Dog Kingdom.
There's a soundtrack the whole way through.
Yep. That's what would be
Love
happening.
That's you mean you could do a little coffee at like oh my god, I'm totally forgetting what
Nomads
it's called. The Nomads Lounge, a little coffee at the Nomads and then head on over.
Yep.
I don't know. I was like totally down. Now, if once you woke up, it sounds like consensus. Like we're waking up in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, consensus made. Yeah, for sure.
What are
I
you
was just hoping to start
doing?
earlier.
Yeah, like once the sun rises, you've seen the animals. Like, what's next? Like after you've done your breakfast morning moment.
Flights of Passage.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would do flights of passage. You would get you'd get your Navi on. And
Yeah, a little river, a little river.
a little river.
I'd say river. Like I want to go like 3 times because it's too short.
Yeah,
That
I
ride's
just want
too
to sit
short.
on it for at least
Yeah.
a couple times.
I'm not going to get off. I'm going to say, excuse me, cast member. Again, please.
Another round.
Thank you.
Once again.
Another round for the table.
Maybe with a
Thanks.
coffee, like just a little coffee,
Yeah, just a whole moment.
a whole moment. Now, I'm gonna put something else out there. So it's Animal Kingdom and like Animal Love breakfast on the way to Pandora. I then want to head back to Africa. Back to Africa to possibly have a little morning cocktail, like maybe a little mimosa at the Club 333 location that is opening up in Africa.
I like it.
Or it's open already. Who knows? Because no one will tell you.
Yeah.
There is a location called Harambe House in Africa that is the Club 33 location. So I'm saying like mimosas post Pandora.
Yeah, that for sure would be probably. I mean, I would say even if I couldn't like get out there with the whole like glamping situation, even if I could just do that like first sunrise safari and then head there for drinks, that would be amazing.
Yeah. And waffles.
I don't know what they do. Like I don't know if they have like a restaurant or food or if it's just a bar. I have no idea. Yeah. But I want to see it. If I'm there, I want to see it. I don't even know where the entrance is, but now I'm on like the hunt for them. So. All right.
Yeah.
What's next? We're like coming up to like early lunchtime, pre-lunch, maybe lunch.
Like, how many hours have we done? Have we done like 3 hours? Do we only?
Let's say we're like 3 hours in, maybe like 2.5.
We're probably 3 hours in.
Because then we're like if we're going somewhere, we're 3 hours in. Like if you're leaving this park and going to the next park using the concierge transportation that they have provided. What's next?
So I want to add 2 things to this that I would love to consider. I would like to be in the Festival of the Lion King, even though I'm an old adult. Like I want to be up there.
Like with an animal? Like you want to make the elephant noise? Or do you want to be like jump in and like
I want to be at the end when everyone is rocking out because it's been such a great show.
Oh, they're like
yeah.
I like
and
it.
Then
oh my God.
I want to go to Expedition Everest and I want to ride it in the front and then stop.
Then followed right in the back.
And then ride in the back without getting back in line.
Yeah. Good idea.
That is a good idea.
And then I'd be
probably fit a little Expedition Everest like in between, like a mimosa, head over to because it's in Asia, little head over to Asia.
I wonder if they would also let us ride one of the flowers in the water space.
That's what I was.
Or the boat.
That was my other late night so if I could start like if it was 24 hours and I started at Magic Kingdom and like with the prime seating for fireworks, that like my end would be the Animal Kingdom, the show, and I would be on the water, like wherever the technician is. Like,
Oh yeah,
the show director, like down there, right there,
digging it.
I'd be all in it.
Madden, I would have thought you would have wanted to ride out the globe in illuminations.
Oh, that's what's happening. I can do whatever I want, and I'm also going to do that.
It's like ride it out and like hold on to the torch, like it like opens up and like Ben's like.
It's just batting, just like. Whoa.
Oh my god, that would be. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it gives me the goosies.
Gives you chills.
Gives me the goosies, as JLo would say.
That's so funny.
Where? Okay, then where's lunch? Like, where are we lunching? Because we're not missing a meal. Like, let's just be clear.
No.
This body has not missed many. I'm not losing it now.
Priorities.
Well, I know where dinner would be, so.
Yeah,
I know we'll get
we
there.
all agree on dinner.
I might have a different idea for dinner. Let's like so we figure out what lunch. What I know.
Well,
I know.
I was
Lunch.
thinking. I don't know. I mean, the one place that I have heard about that I like think it's the harder thing is the restaurant at the Grand Floridian.
Oh.
See, that's my dinner.
See, I want to I'd have to fit that in somewhere because it's so crazy to like.
Victoria.
Albert's and Victoria's.
Yeah.
That's my dinner. Because chef's table, dinner.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get it.
Fine.
I love Ohana's. It's the same thing as like Be Our Guest. Like I was thinking about putting Be Our Guest on there, and I'm like, yeah, but like I can get that reservation and pay that price.
Yeah.
At another time. But
I can dine by myself.
I'm thinking for lunch
could
though, like
lament having
afternoon
it for
time. Like
dinner.
I'm headed to Magic Kingdom, and I'm going on my Club 3 tour, and there's a location in Magic Kingdom near the Skipper's Canteen. So I'm thinking like maybe a little Skipper's, just quick, but eat it in the Club 3 location, the Captain Quarters, and then a little backstage MK. Like there's nothing in Magic Kingdom that I need like necessarily special access to. But I want all the underground. Like I want to see.
Do that so bad.
The
I want all
utilities
backstage.
are amazing. I'm just gonna put that out there. They're pretty legit.
Yeah.
I wanna be on a golf cart. I wanna zoom around. I want the full Monty of what's going on backstage.
And then like the only other thing is like I might want like a guest appearance in the parade.
Yes.
What?
And I'm not talking like riding the car in the front. Like I want full costume, and I want to be like going off Batten's like Lion King. I want to be one of the fishes. I don't know. Maybe the octopus that like I don't know what it is. There's lots of things.
That's so funny. I like it.
What's the name of that festival again? Of that parade again? Festival of Fantasy? No. Yeah.
So fun.
You know what?
That would be cool.
Maybe I just want to be Belle. Like I just want to be like. Can I do that?
And then I'll be Ariel flipping my fins. As you don't get too far. Legs that require jumping and dancing.
Like, is there anything in Magic Kingdom that we would? You mean you guys probably want to do Mine Train, Frontline Mine Train?
Yeah, I mean, if we could pop in, but honestly, like for me, like thinking about this is like stuff that I don't have access doing. Like that is the prime time for this thing. So it's those special moments, like being out there very early morning on the safari, getting into the Club 33, going where the cast members go, and like getting those prime reservations. So yeah, Magic Kingdom, like I mean, I've done it, but Magic Kingdom to me was more exciting. What's going behind the scenes?
Yeah, and I want like underneath because we've done backstage because we've done all the runs.
Yeah, we've done.
But I want like, what are they called underneath?
The utilidors.
The utilidors.
Yeah, I want those.
So there's two things I would do, maybe three at Magic Kingdom. I would say you have to go into the castle because our breakfast was amazing. So you'd have to go inside of it.
Royal table? No.
Yes. So we don't have to do anything, but I think we should have free reign of that with no one else in there.
A picture moment with the wand? Little pixie dust?
Yes. And then I would ride Big Thunder at 3 times the speed. I want to go fast.
Fast and hard.
And then fast and hard. And then I would do Space Mountain with the lights on.
Oh, yeah. That is fun. And a good call. And a
Yeah.
good call.
I think for me, I would love to go in the castle, and this just came to me, is I would always like to see like where Tinkerbell, so Tinkerbell in Disney World basically is zip lines it from like the castle
you wanna
to
see that
some
launch
unknown
pad?
area at Tomorrowland, I believe. I've always wanted to know and see like what it looks like to be like Tink, like teetering out that window, like just like I want to know what that looks like.
I like it.
Yeah.
Solid,
saying.
solid plan.
Does she still wait? Does she still do that
Yeah, she was there. She flew when we were there last time.
with Happily Ever After?
I don't know.
Because she was part of Wishes. Anyways, nonetheless, the door is still there, or the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like if you could do it here at Disney, I would want to know like where they go off from Matterhorn.
Yeah.
I
would-
want to see that
okay.
launch pad.
So we're now, let's say we're halfway. Like we're 6 hours in.
It's too much.
So crazy.
We're 6 hours in. We've had like the breakfast, we've had lunch. We got like 6 hours left. What's next post like lunch and a little MK?
Well, wherever we go, I want Beaches and Cream to bring me milkshakes because I need a milkshake roadie.
You want a milkshake roadie? Okay.
The milkshakes are so stinking
So good.
So good. Oh my god.
I think I would jump in a boat and just go around the lagoon and like
Yeah, that would be awesome.
tour all around for like maybe 45 minutes or so, and then drop myself off at I guess Hollywood Studios because I have to throw something in there before I head to Epcot for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things that I noted is getting like tours of the like more exclusive resort rooms.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like the penthouses or the like private rooms. I just saw I'll have to have it as a corrections corner for next week, but the room in the Grand Floridian that Princess Diana stayed. Like It's like the penthouse. It's on the top floor. So when she brought William and Harry, they took over that whole floor back in like 80s or 90s, early 90s. And
I did not know this.
The room looks beautiful. I'll make sure to mention it next week. Who did the tour? But it was so cool. Like I would like to see those kinds of things. Like I don't know if there's like a really fancy room at Polynesian, or like what kind of those experiences are. Just because I don't know, I'll never stay there, but I would love to see it. It's almost like the Dream Suite, right? It's just like
yeah,
like you won't in your normal life not accessible. So
yeah, I mean, I guess, and it's true. Like and depending on timing of when this would happen, so the afternoon could be like a little resort time, seeing the exclusives. But like if Galaxy's Edge is open at this point, which I think is the best way to spend this money, it'd be Hollywood Studios Galaxy's Edge for a couple hours. Front of the line Galaxy's Edge. A lot of people are saying they don't think it's going to be included in the tour. But I'm gonna be honest with you, that's stupid. Like if you're paying $12,000, nothing can be like not accessible.
Yeah, I'd be
except for your park ticket. I mean, come on now, don't be cheap, Disney. Don't be cheap.
Like they're committing to the $12,000. At least you could be like, here you go.
Throw in a little perk. No,
because I think they're actually doing this tour for that reason. Like I think they know like shit's gonna get real when Galaxy's Edge opens up, and I think they think like people will pay this exclusively to see Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah,
I would tote split this, not for Galaxy's Edge per se, but you find 6 people, like $2,000 in the grand scheme of things for some of these bucket list things. I would do that in a heartbeat and wouldn't even blink twice.
Yeah. I think other things I would do in Hollywood Studios is I would love to see, although I'm pretty sure it's all gone because that's where Galaxy's Edge is, but some of the old costume and studio buildings that were actually working before, if there's any left, I would love to see them because I feel like it'd be like a desert zone. That being said, I'm almost positive Galaxy's Edge just plowed all over them, so it's probably gone. And then there is the third Club 33 located beside by the Brown Derby.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I wonder if they'd let me climb the water tower.
The water tower.
Oh,
I
interesting.
mean, the ears?
Yeah.
It's gone. They moved it to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
Oh, well then we
You know
did
the Disney Springs water tower? That is the old Mickey-eared water tower.
Oh. I guess more shit Batten didn't know. So
Always.
either way, I'd want to do a pit stop and climb that probably.
It's not as tall as you think it is, because like when it was in Hollywood Studios, it was like forced perspective, and it seemed huge. But when you see it at Disney Springs, it's like a sign, right? Like it's tall, but like it's not like real water tank size.
So I have an idea. I will succumb to Albert and Victoria's for dinner, but what that means is before we head to Hollywood Studios, we take a boat from Magic Kingdom to one of the 2-bedroom bungalows at the Polynesian and get delivery of Ohana's in our bungalow.
So you're thinking like Ohana's for lunch in a bungalow?
For lunch in the bungalow, sitting outside, noshing on my delicious wings and noodles and dumplings and shrimp for like maybe an hour. Actually, I could do it in 45 minutes. We can cut this down. 45 minutes.
But okay, or think of this. When we leave Hollywood Studios, we do like a happy hour at Trader Sam's with no wait.
That'd be nice.
No wait. No, hold on. We leave for dinner. We do like an early Albert and Victoria dinner, like an early dinner, like a senior's dinner. Chef's table, but we do like, because they're light bites, like they're like fancy bites. So we like have our fancy early dinner. Then we leave and we head to Trader Sam's for drinks, and then late night Ohana's during fireworks.
Ooh.
But then technically that's 4 meals.
Well, what we could technically do is, unless they're giving me like access to the fire pit and I get to grill my own shrimp and like Stitch is going to come hang out with me, like I can totally book my Ohana's dinner separately from this $12,000 tour.
Yeah.
The only good thing is that we could request like the best fireworks seat.
We already had that though.
I know we did. We did.
Just putting that out there, universe. We already had that.
Yeah.
So many options.
But like I want like a no wait Trader Sam's. Like that has to fit in there somewhere.
I like it.
Like with a good table. Oh, you know that? Yeah, that's. I don't know. I have to do that chef's table. Like it has to be done because I'm never gonna pay for it otherwise.
Yeah. So then, after we leave Hollywood Studios, what's the plan? Do we go to Epcot? Is that what everyone's thinking?
It's Epcot.
Yeah.
On a boat.
All right.
On a boat. Are you peacing out, Alexis?
Yeah.
What's going on?
We'll have to lament, and I mean I agree to all of the above, but I have a Riverboat Terrace reservation I have to get to.
Yum.
For some cookie butter monkey bread.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it looks so good. Instagram.
I will have definitely plenty to report on next week, but yeah, I'm gonna sign off from Disneyland. Everybody, thanks. I'll talk to my Katies later.
Bye. We'll finish up for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye. All right, Baden. Okay, we need to figure this out. So we're leaving Hollywood Studios on a boat. Yes. To Epcot.
Yes. And then
what do we need to do at Epcot? I want to do Frozen ride. I'm just putting it out there because I won't wait for it. There's a couple of rides I want to do.
Yeah, Frozen would be good. I would totally do that. I would also like to do one of the like behind the scenes tours that we always talk about when we go to like Living the Land. And I'm like, oh, it would be so cool to do the behind the scenes tour. And we can always do condensed versions of all of these, right? Because we only have 12 hours. But I would love to I would also then love to go back to my old cafeteria over by Test Track that I used to frequent when I was a cast member there at Electric Umbrella. And I would also then like backstage access to Electric Umbrella because I want to see like if it's the same 17 years later, which is crazy to say. but I would love to see the backstage.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, there wasn't tons for me. Like, I couldn't imagine doing this and not going to Epcot because it is our favorite park. But then I was trying to think, like, what exclusive things would I want to do? I mean, maybe it is just like some backstage tours. There is okay. I was going to ask you this question. You know, in Americas, like in American World Showcase, remember when we did that event for work? And
yes,
was that the Constellation Club?
I don't remember it being called the Constellation Club.
No.
I just remember it being a private dining space.
So when I read where the Club 33 in Epcot is, it's in the what they referred to as the Constellation Club, which was the what do you call it? Like in the Americas.
Okay.
So I'm like,
rooms.
I'm thinking like you and I have officially been to that location, which is crazy.
Pretty awesome. Let's just put that out there.
Because we did that for work.
You know what's interesting, and I hate to say this to my little baby Epcot, but I would say out of all the parks, like Animal Kingdom by far surpasses, I think, all of the special things that I would want to do with this $12,000 Disney Dream Tour, just because, to your point, like we've done so much at Epcot and we have done some amazing behind the scenes things, whether it's been for work or whatnot. Like I've had a tasting in the kitchen area behind Canada because I was looking at doing an event there, which was totes magical. Just putting that out there. But like, to your point, I would want to ride the boat and then get up in the globe and just like wave at everyone. Like, I don't know. Like,
so this is what it says. Okay. It's going to be called the Constellation Club, and it's located inside the former corporate lounge at the American Adventure on the upper floor.
I believe that is where we've had dinner.
Can we officially say that we've been to the Club 33 location at Epcot?
We can say that's so 2014. Because that's when we did it.
Well, okay, something that could be done too is like during Illuminations or whatever show that's currently there, we could do like a fireworks cruise during Illuminations. No, wait. A fireworks cruise, you see the Magic Kingdom ones. You can do a firework cruise on the Seven Seas Lagoon. Ultimate fireworks cruise catered by Ohana's.
Magical.
And then end the night at Trader Sam's and just get ticked.
Yes, done. Because I'd be like, let's just put on the credit card because everything else went on the credit card. Let's just do it.
We can sit in Ohana's anytime. Like you're the master of the Ohana reservation. That can be done.
Yes.
So it's really like riverboat cruise during Magic Kingdom Happily Ever After, catered by Ohana's, docking Trader Sam's to end the night. You drink and enjoy the memories.
So I just thought of two things because we would literally need IVs of caffeine to make all of this happen as I'm thinking through it. But two things that came to mind that I would love to add to the list. And I feel like what we would do is we would present this list in like tier 1, tier 2, and then work with a cast member on this. But like, how freaking amazing would it be to like sit down with a Disney wedding planner and just like be in the wedding pavilion and just see all like the backstage stuff of that?
Yeah.
Not that I'm married there, but like that would be so cool because the stuff that they've done to redo it and like update it is just beautiful. And they just had the wedding expo, what was that, like a month ago or so?
Yeah.
That was amazing. And I think it would just be really cool to spend like 30 minutes with like a wedding planner and just look through all the little lookbooks. And I don't know. I think that would be
feel
cool.
like there's like going to be some Grand Floridian time for us. We can do like
the
Princess Di room. We can do a little crown, a little Victorian Albert, a little bit of wedding pavilion.
Yep. And then I would almost say we then hop on the monorail and sit up front because they don't do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore. Did you ever do it?
I did. Scott and I
did too.
And he got like the little card.
Well, what I did was Disney used to have this little e-zine like for kids, and I forget what it was called. And I got it, and you could like in the middle of it was a card to ride the monorail. And so I brought it to the park, like all the way from fucking Toronto. It's like, and was like, I want to ride the front of the monorail, and that you could use this card to do it.
Yeah, that would be cool. Oh,
that was pretty magical.
You know what we should also do? I don't know why we didn't think of this. We should also do a taping of B2W podcast during this as well.
Yes.
Duh.
Can we provide the guide with our like vlog camera and they can just like take footage?
Oh my gosh, that would be so magical. And like we could even have like maybe like a 10-minute thing in like downtown or in Disney Springs, you know, over by where that whole stage is by the World of Disney.
Yeah.
We could do a little setup shop there. That'd be awesome.
Okay, another random thing. Now we're just spitballing, but if we did this during an Epcot festival, could we do like a tableside tasting where we could literally just like sit in like Italy at the edge? You know where they do like the weddings, like ceremonies or brunch? You know, like the different viewing areas in Epcot. There's a few. We know them because we've
beautiful
done events there. But essentially like sit one place and basically just have like the festival spread.
That would be amazing.
Like, I don't really need to walk the worlds right now. Like, I've done it so many times. Like, I love doing it. But if you could just be like, here's your taste from around the worlds presented to you on this table.
Oh my gosh. Give me the Brazilian cheese bread right now.
Like, just
charcuterie cone. Oh,
little Canadian cheddar soup.
Definitely. Yeah, like I wonder if there'll be blackout dates too. Like I wonder if they'll do this. Like, can you do this on New Year's Eve? Like, how magical would that be? I feel like that's gonna be a blackout day.
I know. It's funny. There's not much said about it.
God, I really want to do it.
Like, maybe I'm interested to see when like people post saying like they've done it, right? Like, it'll happen eventually. Some blogger, some person is going to do it and they're going to post it, or someone will interview someone who did it, but I haven't seen anything.
No, and I know that you'll get everyone who poo-poos upon it, but like I do think 12,000, I mean, if I could make 75% of what I just talked about actually come to fruition with all of this, like I think that'd be awesome. I do think it's shitty though. Like throw in the $200 park ticket, Disney. Just do it.
At the end of the day, like you're not like if you're doing it with adults, it's much more economical.
Yeah,
you're dividing up between six adults. It's $2,000. Let's be real. We've probably walked out of Food and Wine and dropped at least $800.
Easy.
Like,
oh my gosh. Oh, and of course we'd have to pick up. Speaking of Epcot and Food and Wine, we'd have to pick up a jalapeno margarita from our margarita place, of course. In Mexico. Duh. Yeah, it'd be interesting is if someone, I wonder if they'll come up with like sample itineraries to help spark, you know, people, because we've been thinking about this for this episode. And even during this episode, we've thought of some, you know, audibles that we hadn't thought of before. But like, it can be overwhelming, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it'd be interesting if someone came up with like some sample itineraries to kind of help guide that.
People, yeah.
Or like, you know, do we have, you know, a private, like, do we have a golf cart that we can ride amongst all of between the parks, or like a private, you know, car, or like, can we go through the utilidors and like do all the backstage shortcuts to help with timing here? Or do we have to do traditional like monorail, bus, boat?
Well, they do give you park to park, like canconcierge transportation.
Okay.
It's a black car. Like you get a black car from park to park.
But then we get to the front of the park or wherever.
I think it's remember they tested out those like side doors.
Oh yes,
and you know because we did Canada one when we were at the American Pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
It's from those locations.
Oh, okay, then that's helpful because I feel like Epcot's like the key park for all of that info, or for like all of those like behind the scenes.
Yeah, and it connects.
And I'm wondering if there's.
I'm so surprised how aligned we all were with our day, which. I think I knew, like, I was like, oh, we're going to go around. We're all going to suggest different things. And it ended up just being like a joint planning thing, which is no big surprise. My favorite planning is when you and I went for 4 days to Disney World. I think it was a race weekend. And we literally wrote down our musts for every park. And then we timed them out and we had like little like lists. And then we literally wrote out our itinerary for each day. And we hit it up.
We did. And it was awesome because that's, you know, we flew in. That was when you were living in San Francisco. So I think we flew in on the red eye.
Yes.
Yes. And we couldn't get into the room yet at Old Key West. So we fell asleep at the pool and then got into the room. And, you know, we got out the sticky notes. We got out the pad and paper, and we planned that bitch. And it was awesome.
Because it had been a while since both of us had been back to Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
We'd been living the lander life for quite some time.
Yeah, I know. And it was red eyes suck, but there's something magical about landing in Orlando and getting out, and it's like a hot blanket is suffocating you, and you have to catch that little tram to go catch the Magical Express. Something about it.
Was that a race weekend? Was that the Walt Disney World?
No, I think that was our event where we did the dinner at America and in Canada, the private. It was for what HR show was that?
It was Sherm.
Was it Sherm? Oh yeah, it was Sherm.
No, but we went once where, remember when it rained and we had to buy the sweatshirts?
Oh my gosh, yes. I still have my sweatshirt too.
That was the weekend I was thinking of, and that wasn't related to the.
No, was that?
It must have been a race weekend.
It must have been because
it must have been the Walt Disney World race weekend.
It was the first half marathon we did together in January.
Yeah. And it was just the two of us.
It was just the two of us because Alexis had not gone to World yet.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God.
So many good memories.
We know how to rock that park, man. Although I'm noticing I'm too often going to the same things all the time. I need to start like going on different rides. Like I realize in Epcot, there's rides I haven't been on in like forever. Like I'm not sure if I've ever done the France Pavilion attraction.
Oh my gosh, they need to update that so badly.
I don't even know what it is. Is it a show?
It's a video. It's like
I need to like go back and like, re-see something. So anyways.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. So the moral of the story is we must all save up accumulatively $12,000 and find 3 people to come with us. Because
invitation's open. Let us know in the comments below.
Yep. You let us know in 250 words or less why you should accompany B2W on the Dream. What's it called again? The Disney
World of Dreams.
World of Dreams. It is a World of Dreams. So amazing. So what are we talking about next week as we wrap this up?
So next week Alexis is going to be wearing the ears, and she's going to be walking. So our wonderful Alexis is in Disneyland right now. I think she's there for a few more days. She's going to run the show, give us a recap of what she did in Disneyland, and then she's going to let us know what else we have to talk about. Probably be Disneyland centric because she's going to be talking about her, and that's what we.
Awesome.
Third installment for April. So we're doing brilliant. So that is all we have for you guys today. Like I said, Alexis will be wearing the ears and sharing next week. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at B2W Podcast and connect with us using the hashtag Between2Worlds to the number. And if you want to be notified of our Sunday videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to join us for the next show. And that's what we got. We'll see you real soon.
Bye, K-Pats.
Bye.